Hello, friends. Today's story is called Shadows in the House on the Hill. On the outskirts of a small town overgrown with forest stood an old house. It was called the House on the Hill. The locals avoided it, whispering to each other about strange sounds that came from there at night. They said the house was built on the site of an ancient graveyard, and the spirits would not let those who dared to enter find peace. A young couple, Anna and Maxim, decided to buy this house. They didn't believe in fairy tales and thought it was the perfect place to start a new life. The price was ridiculous, and they quickly finalized the deal. On the very first evening after they moved in, Anna felt a strange unease. She heard the floorboards creaking somewhere in the house, even though there was no wind. Maxim laughed at her fears, saying that the old house was just breathing. But everything changed at night. Anna woke up to the sound of footsteps in the hallway. She reached for Maxim, but his side of the bed was empty. "Max?" she called, but there was no answer. The footsteps grew closer. Anna got out of bed and cautiously opened the door. The hallway was empty, but a cold breeze brushed against her face. She heard a whisper. The words were indistinct, but they sounded as if several voices were speaking at once. Anna followed the sound, descending the stairs into the living room. There, she saw Maxim. He was standing with his back to her, staring into the emptiness. "Max, what are you doing?" she asked, but he didn't respond. Instead, he slowly turned around. His eyes were empty, and his face was twisted in a grimace Anna had never seen before. "They're here," he whispered, and his voice sounded foreign. "They want us to stay." Anna felt her heart race. She tried to approach Maxim, but he suddenly recoiled, as if someone had pulled him back. At that moment, the light went out, and the room was plunged into darkness. Anna heard something moving around her. She felt cold fingers brush against her hand. She screamed and ran for the door, but it wouldn't open. The whispering grew louder, and Anna realized that these were not just voices. They were prayers spoken in an ancient language she couldn't understand. Suddenly, the light returned. Maxim lay unconscious on the floor. Anna rushed to him, but as soon as she touched his hand, he opened his eyes. They were black as coal. "We're home," he said, and his voice was no longer his own. Since then, Anna and Maxim have not left the house. Locals say they sometimes see them in the windows, but their faces are always distorted and their movements unnatural. The house on the hill continues to stand, and those who come too close hear the whisper calling them to enter. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed the story.